All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So today we're going to be looking at a phone that is one of the most affordable, eclectic, all-in-one, just give you everything right in the box from UMIDIGI. Now, if you don't know, UMIDIGI is, first of all, shout out to UMIDIGI for supplying all the UMIDIGI devices. I appreciate it. I've got lots of coverage on their devices, and they just continue to get better and better. And you're going to be kind of surprised at what this phone has to offer because, I mean, you can see, you can read the specs, but when you get into it, it's something about this phone that's very, very unique about it for it to be in the price point it's in. So this is the A13 Pro Max 5G. Now what UMIDIGI is doing is they're taking all of their devices and bringing out different versions of them with 5G, but they're going to the new Dimensity chip. So I have the 1080 Dimensity chip, the 700. This is the 900. And these 5G chips can handle their own. Folks, this is a 6nm chip. This is a 6nm chip. So you think about all the flagships out there that are 5nm, 4nm next year. This is right in line with that, but you're not paying the price. Okay, so this phone has a 6.8-inch, 90 hertz Full HD Plus display. 5150 milliamp hour battery, 64 megapixel camera. It's right here. I can't. It came with a free case in the box like UMIDIGI phones do. It's got 18-watt charging. But the kicker on this device, I'm gonna get into it. So it's got a fingerprint reader. It's got facial recognition. It's got it all. So I've actually got it set up and I've been kind of checking it out. The screen on this thing is just immaculate. You turn the brightness up right here. It is very bright, very vivid, very, very nice. It came with pretty much, I didn't see any bloatware. No, this is the stock Android. So it's running Android 12. Very fast, very fluid. Let's get into the settings real quick here. Because I want to show you how you can change it to 90 hertz. I want to show you something here. I mean, it's incredible how they have this like this. I'm surprised. I'm about to show you something. I'm surprised, but I gotta show you this because you're gonna be like, what? Oh, sorry. So let's go to settings. Let's go to about and check this out. This phone has 12 gigs of RAM by default out of the box. And then it has memory expansion up to 5 more gigs. So instantly when I saw this, I put it all the way up. So I have technically 17 gigs of RAM for this device. And if you didn't notice, it's got 256 gigs of storage. Pause for dramatic effect. Like for real, check that out, man. At this price point, 90 hertz display, pretty much 17 gigs of RAM when you need it, 12 flat out the box, 256 gigs of storage, 5G, 6.8-inch display, hardware, fingerprint reader, facial recognition. We're not even going to talk about how their devices look. They really bring the thunder, and they're doing something different. You've got a headphone jack up there. Fingerprint reader works good. Type-C. Now, there is one thing. It comes with an 18-watt fast charger. So I personally don't use the chargers that comes in the box with these. I have a 175-watt charger, so I just put it on there and to have it charge it as fast as possible. Yeah, but here's the memory expansion, and so this is huge for this price point, folks. We're getting into a situation where and look at this right here. The system only uses 5 gigs. Isn't that crazy? I mean, if you're still the type of person that is gonna deny the inevitable, you got to get on board. Let me say it again: 64 megapixel shooter, 256 gigs of storage, 12 gigs of RAM plus 5 gigs of RAM memory expansion, 90 hertz display, 6.8 inches, Full HD Plus. And it's 19:9, so it's fairly narrow. Now, this is a ginormous phone. I'm going to give you some comparisons before I get into the rest of this video. Here is the S22 Ultra. Here is the Pixel 7 Pro. This is a big boy. It's a big boy. It's up there. It's not no joke. It's a big boy, and this is not a bad thing. It's good that you can get affordable phones like this now at these lower price points. This is what people wanted. They wanted to see these lower price points. They wanted to see big displays. They wanted to see more storage, fast displays, straight up and down. So this is running Android 12, and it does have some things on here that I don't use, but they're there. You got gestures for motion and things like this. So you can unlock the screen with your hand waving the distance. I'm not really into that. 3-finger screenshot, not really into that. I always just use the buttons on the side. But there's a lot of things in this setup here on this phone that you definitely are getting on all the other devices. So the one hand mode, this is something that, I mean, let's see, boom, just like that. Look at that. Got it on the first try. Boom. These are things that, you know, high-end devices have. High-end devices, basically phones that cost 4 or 5 times the price of this, have. Seriously, a 5150 milliamp hour battery inside this thing. I mean, I'm gonna turn this off because it notifies you when an app gets kind of annoying at times, but it definitely it's annoying to have that on. But it came at 97%, and so while I was setting it up, I put it on the charger and it charged in a few minutes. This is impressive, very impressive. I mean, the screen is nice and bright. I mean, what else could I want in a display like this? Now, they have this to where you can turn this off. I don't know why you would do that, I guess, because it looks better because it's a full display anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why a person would do that, but it is an option there. So overall, folks, UMIDIGI sent this over for me to check it out. And, you know, what they're doing, this has Wi-Fi 6 also. It doesn't have Wi-Fi 6E, but it has Wi-Fi 6. They're slowly but surely getting into what the so-called flagship devices have to offer, and they're keeping it down in cost. So if we go into the settings here, you can see here, I like to turn the grid lines on. You got self-timer, 16 megapixels. It's by default way down here. You have to go up to the 64 megapixels. It has a watermark. Some people always ask about watermarks. I love having the watermark on. And then so you got your 64 megapixel shooter, period. You got a macro mode. Check that out. Let me get something to do this real quick. Can I grab? Let's grab this right here. Ooh wee, that's close. That's seriously a macro mode. Look at that. Wow. That's nice and clear. Let's get something else. I'm gonna go ahead and take that picture real quick. That's a fast shutter on there too. Get down. All right, now let's get some of my microphones here and get in close. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a nice macro lens. Check this out. That's a beautiful macro lens. I literally have it right up on it. Look at that. Now I got the new one over here too. Let's just go ahead and switch over to the new joint. I mean, I literally have it touching the lens, man. What the heck? That's just crazy. I love that it has the, look at that, man. Look at the detail on that. It's a little blurry at full zoom, but then you get down here and it's pretty good. Really nice. You can't beat that price point on that either. So you've got a portrait mode, and let's see what's in the extras. So you got a pro mode, slow motion, and night. Now video, obviously this is where I like to live. Let's see what video options it has on here. So it looks, 4K. 4K. What? Again, price point. Options. Well within the range. I like to say that a lot of times when I get these phones in, a lot of the people in the US have really no intentions on buying it, you know what I mean? And I get that. But I have more people outside of the US watching me than you would possibly believe. So let me get into a video. I want to show you the screen real quick. I'm just going to go to one of my videos here. Let's see if I can find one of showing one of my cars or whatever. Oh, all right, here we go. Let's try this one here. I'm just got to turn on auto rotate. Auto rotate. There it is. All right, skip this. Now it's got a single bottom firing speaker, but just look at the. Let's see here. Let's see. So it's not the loudest speaker for sure. That's definitely a weak point. But if you just look at the quality of the screen and how big it is, it's actually pretty doggone good. So yeah, that's definitely a weak point, is the speaker. It's a bottom firing speaker. But this doggone screen, let's crank that brightness up, is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at how beautiful this is. This is crazy, son. Very, very nice. If you're not following me on my car channel, be sure to hit that up. Go ahead and check me out over there. It's always linked below. I believe I always have my car channel linked below. But yo, this screen is beautiful. 6.8 inches of full HD plus goodness. So I can say firsthand, this phone is offering way more than a lot of phones. And if you're gonna say, Jay, well, what does it feel like in the hand? It feels like this phone right here, my Nord. It feels like the OnePlus Nord N20. This is what it feels. Obviously, it's a lot smaller, or whatever, but this is what it feels like in the hand. This phone right here, it's just thicker, but it's pretty much built exactly the same, except for the headphone jacks down there. It's that squared off joint, you know what I mean? So it's just it's a big phone. That's just what it is. Oh, I touched it too many times. But yeah, I mean, I think you'd be happy with this if you gave it a chance. The camera seems like it's going to be really good. I'll test that out. Performance on here, it's got the 900 dimensity in here, and I'm telling you, this thing float. I've experienced. I've got the 1080 in this one, I believe. So that's a fast phone. But this phone is really fast because it has 12 gigs of RAM. That one has 8 and then 8 memory expansion. This one has 12 with 5 memory expansion. So basically it takes a piece of your storage and uses the virtual RAM when you need it. So I'm pretty excited to know that they are doing it like this. This is crazy. UMIDIGI is really trying to step it up, and I could appreciate that, man. I'm so happy that they're bringing phones like this, and you can actually get them in even if you live in the US. Simply put, you can get them in. So it's your man Jay. I hope you guys enjoy first impressions of this glorious device. I mean, what more could a person want? I mean, this is one of those things where you just have to appreciate the fact that, you know, and in the box it comes with a case and just a charger and manuals. That's it. But you can really appreciate the fact that UMIDIGI is trying to throw everything. It's like they're becoming the OnePlus of phones. You know what I mean? Like, remember OnePlus? Yeah. That's kind of how I see them. You know what I mean? So I really hope that some of you guys see these videos and it opens your mind a little bit. Just because you live in the US, that doesn't mean you can't get great devices with a whole bunch of specs thrown at it, and then you have a lower price point. Yeah. I mean, this is a big phone. I mean, I got big hands, but this is a big phone right here. It's a big phone. It's big. I got ginormous hands. So I'm telling you, it's narrow enough though to navigate, because you can see it's not as wide as the. Let me take it out of the case. It's not as wide as the S22 Ultra, but it's big like the S22 Ultra. You're gonna appreciate the size of this being narrow and big like that. So it's your man Jay. UMIDIGI is doing the doggone thing, man. They brought it. I love the color, and I gotta say, normally they send me blue, but you know, I definitely can appreciate this matte black, because it's like a matte black glass on the back. It's so nice in person. Folks, did you hear what I said earlier before I get out of here? 12 gigs of RAM on board with 256 gigs of storage, 90 hertz display, 5150 milliamp hour battery, 64 megapixel shooter, 4K video on a UMIDIGI device. Crazy. Just freaking crazy. 90 hertz display? Yeah, I said that. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next video. First impressions, extremely impressed. Stay locked.